Live.
This meeting of the mayor and the board of aldermen of the city of Cleveland is now in session. If you have any business before this board, please come forward and you'll be heard.
Pastor Rhodes, I'm going to ask you to open our meeting tonight.
Let's pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, we want to thank you for your blessings. Thank you for the blessings upon our city. We ask you for continued peace and safety, and bless our men and women that guide our city. Give them wisdom. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pastor, you first on the list if you'd like to come up. Comments, city services.
This is for you.
Okay. What's this, a Yankee time?
I feel like I'm in front of a judge and a jury.
Well, oh no, that's not the case.
I do want to make just some brief citizens comments. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I just presented to the mayor 2.5 cents, because a lot of people put their 2 cents worth in. I come to put my 2.5 cents worth in.
Perfect.
Now he has it so he can give it, if somebody comes to him and give their 2 cents, he can give his 2.5. Okay.
I get it every day.
So I know a lot of times it's easy to find fault or to express a negative opinion when there's something we don't necessarily agree with or don't like or whatever, or doesn't go our way. On the other hand, I believe it's important to express appreciation when something is done well. And I'm here tonight. I try to come pretty much every month. I didn't know I would be speaking in front of this many people. I did not bring my Bible, but I could preach with a crowd. But in order not to be lengthy, I have in my hand my latest water and sewer bill from the city. Just my wife and myself, small house. My latest bill, which I paid the other day, was $74.56. So let's round it to $75. Divide that by 30. I wasn't the brightest kid in school, but that's $2.50 a day. Let me show you what I get for $2.50 a day. I get all the water my wife and I need, and I don't have to worry if it's pure or clean. It comes right to my house. I turn the tap and it's there. Once we use that water, it becomes gray water or black water. It's a hazard, health hazard. It has to be treated or something done with it. I don't worry about it. I push that lever and flush, it's gone. I never have to worry about it again. The city takes care of that. Also, twice a week, city sends people into my neighborhood with their truck, and any trash I put out by the road, they'll pick it up. If I had an old sofa, I see my neighbors do it. They put it out by the road. The city comes by and picks it up. If I need to trim limbs in my yard, I can put it by the road. The city will pick it up. That's not all I get for $2.50 a day. There's also mosquito control. I moved here last year and I was warned about the Delta mosquitoes. Okay. Well, to further break it down, so for about 41 cents a day, I get all the water I need. For about 51 cents a day, my sewer is taken care of. For $1.13 a day, all my garbage is taken care of, and limbs and all the extra things. And about 30 cents a day, mosquito control. I say that's a good deal. And I'm here to say thanks to the city council, and not only to the ladies and gentlemen here that keep the city going, but to all the men and women behind the scenes, all our department heads, all the men driving the trucks, all the people taking care of the water and the sewer. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That means a pearl to us. Thank you. Okay.
Let me get out of the way.
Mr. Henry, Carl Henry. Henry, if you'll have a seat, present your business.
Feel very comfortable coming out of a pastor.
Yeah. I thought.
Pastor myself.
Good. I thought that. Been around a while.
And I feel right at home in front of you.
Yeah,
Your dad and Dr. Beeman and LC Roberts.
Yeah.
Many times.
Yeah.
But I'm here. Thank you all for putting me on the agenda. And I'm here to see that it continues the ordinance that on North Street and the new project coming up. For one thing, I want to clear up this body of people in this room. We in the Underwood subdivision, we have no problem with the Baldwin County Head Start. We are proud they got their money.
Yeah.
We proud they got a new building coming, but our objection was not to put in our backyard. Well, that's water under the bridge. We are concerned now about North Street. I live at 1201 North Street, and the Turners live at 1105. And there's enough driveway just for me to bag out my yard. We are concerned that you all continue to keep the ordinance that's up there, no heavy trucks in the area, no cement trucks, whatever. And I have witnessed this board execute that. I had a friend, a neighbor, came home for lunch one day in his truck, but he didn't bring the whole rig. Within 30 minutes, the city of Cleveland was there to give him a citation if he didn't move it. We are here tonight to make sure that you all honor that ordinance is already in place.
Yes, sir.
And that little street between the Turners and my street, we would like for you to close it off. And then we won't have the problem of somebody, when you do a construction job, these guys get paid by the load. They'll take shortcuts.
Yeah.
I would too if I was working and I had to feed my family. The loads I could possibly make. But we are here. We are retirees, most of us, and we love our neighborhood.
Yes, it's got a great neighborhood.
For 20 years, I ran Henry's Lawn Care.
Yeah.
And I worked all over the city. I worked with the supervisors and I worked with planning committee. And some of my ideas are in place now. You pass by them on Highway 61. You pass by them on Martin Luther King. Those were my ideas, but they won't give me credit for it. But I meant it. But we want that to continue.
Right.
And we take pride in our neighborhood. We know as citizens of Cleveland, we all take pride. And my slogan was in Henry Lawn Care, when you look good, we look good.
That's a good one to have.
Good on the Wood subdivision, the city of Cleveland look good.
I agree.
I think I got 2 minutes left, right?
Yes.
What is that street name that cuts between you and your neighbor but it dead ends?
It's a stub street. It would be fenced off, would it not?
It's gonna be a fence around that perimeter. All the entrance and exit of the construction is gonna come off Martin Luther King. They're gonna build a bridge up to MDOT standards. Coming across that Martin Luther King by the nurse home. No traffic will be coming through the neighborhood. On October 24th, I did a plan review with Head Start with Timbo Construction, and that was in writing. They understood the process. He submitted his plan to the MDQ and to me as well.
Was there any way, Mayor, we can?
It's completed, won't be any traffic through there.
They can't get rid of with a fence around the perimeter.
Well, I just wanted to hear you say.
I won through.
Here's a question. Go ahead.
That street that cuts back between you and your neighbor, it's got a name.
No, they don't even have a name.
No, it's a stub is all it is, Kurt.
My street.
All right.
Yeah. It has been all it.
Was there anything present? We saw the pictures that Art sent out that you sent in. Is there anything there blocking that
No, it's not.
entrance?
Don't be though.
Billy said you were gonna put something up, right?
When is that fence gonna go up?
Martin King, I mean.
They're not gonna come down.
It is very-
You mentioned it as me fenced in.
Fenced in with a perimeter.
When?
around it.
That's the problem I have. If it's not fixed in or closed out, these trucks gonna take.
I know, but when is the fence gonna be put up?
Either coming out of it, if they come in, Martin Luther King, they coming out of it, they gonna take a shortcut.
When is this gonna happen, Billy?
I can get Steve to put some temporary barricades up to get the fence.
I think the sooner you barricade that off, that's the entrance you're worried about it.
Worried about it. And we're also worried about,
But just being,
but that fence,
yeah,
most of us.
but if they can't get in, no reason for them to be over there.
Right. Definitely.
So Mr. Mayor, I would request if you could see,
Yeah. Let's try to make sure that happens at once and I guess we'll need people to let us know if their trucks that are sitting there waiting to get in or something and they're
they
disturbing the
shouldn't,
traffic flow on North Street.
and there's not
All it
gonna,
is.
if they can't get in, they can't, no reason to be there.
Well, and you and your neighbors can call us if it's something disturbing traffic.
2 weeks ago, I saw this big truck that came through the mall area with his dozer on it. I said, Lord, I don't want that coming down my street.
Yeah, well, I think that mall didn't like them coming across that parking lot.
And so we're saying that, Mr. Trotter, you're saying that a block, barricade is going to be put up as soon as possible in that area?
I get with Steve-O, he can drive some stakes at the end of the road and barricade it off.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Do that.
And so that would eliminate the, that issue of having, and so with the ordinance we have, we would not have big trucks coming in that community because it shouldn't have access
Wouldn't
to
have
that,
access.
to
Right.
that area.
We're gonna work with you in every way. Okay.
When you in the Army Reserve with me a long time ago?
All of my brothers,
Okay.
I went just to eat the lunch.
I know who the med sergeant was, Samuel Tollo.
Right. I went to the States. I rode my brother in, but
Yeah. We were a lot thinner back then.
yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Carl.
Very well.
Okay, Mr. Hall. Mr. Hall in,
Me.
okay, you'll stay,
Here with a lot of children, so they can relate to what I'm about to say.
okay?
I'm here today out of concern for East Side Park. That park, I grew up at 1006 West Parkway Drive.
Mhm.
You couldn't convince me that I didn't live in the best place,
Mhm.
not only in Cleveland, Mississippi, and probably everywhere else. Because that park was the center of attention. It was the main attraction for all of us on the east side of town. If people came to Cleveland, Mississippi, especially in the summertime, spring, they came to the park. We are with hundreds of people there almost every day.
Right,
To see that park today reduced to what it is now, it is insulting. It is disturbing and disheartening. For me now to look at a park that is chained up, both entrances, where you can't even drive in the park now. People and their families who want to come to the park, they literally have to park, well, they have to park around the perimeter on the streets. You got a two-way street that's now reduced to one lane because people are parking on the streets, and it says clearly that there's no parking on the streets. So if you want to come to the park, where do you park? If there's no parking on the street and you can't get in the park. In essence, what whoever's saying, I don't know, you all decided, whoever decided that the park is closed and no one should be there. That's basically what I get out of it. So to witness a little kid getting out of a car with a car coming down the street, open the door because kids do that. Car coming down the street, that little child could have easily got killed or hurt. No one would have taken responsibility for that. I took it upon myself. Let everybody know in the neighborhood, everybody know around. I personally was cutting the chains to the park, allowing the people to come in the park.
wait a minute, what you talking about now?
I'm talking about East Side Park is chained up.
What cutting the change? I lost you.
It's chained. You can't get into the entrance or the exit. They got bars where they are barricaded. You can't get into there. And the basketball court has chains on them. You can't get in there to play basketball.
Basketball, also, some instances.
It was one shooting, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to what I was saying, to allow people in the park, and I've gone to court for this. That's why I'm here today. The
Okay,
judge wanted me to speak to you all personally about this.
okay,
The kids are parking all the way around the park. People backing out of their driveways have to avoid hitting cars parked on the street because the park is forced to be closed. And it's been closed off and on for years. And to my knowledge, well, it's not to my knowledge, I know for a fact that no other parks in Cleveland are closed. It's just, in my mind, a park that is utilized by 100% Black people. It's the only park in Cleveland, Mississippi that's chained up and locked up. When the sign says the park supposed to close at 9:00, we don't have access to a park. You're forcing people to be unsafe with their kids by parking in the streets, chaining up the gates in a time where you have childhood obesity and you're not allowing young men and kids to go out and play basketball. At a time where if you got children or kids on the basketball court having fun, they're not in the streets and some back of somebody's house stealing or killing. So I'm here today to ask you all to address that, to give some serious thought into the safety of the people on the east side of town. To not only that, we have a basketball court with 6 goals that somehow it was decided that they no longer need those 6 basketball goals. They've taken them down, took the only tennis court that we have on outside of town, converted it to a basketball court with now 4 basketball goals. Now, if you want to play tennis, you have to go all the way to the west side of town. So I don't know how we're not included into the decision-making process of what's going on in our neighborhood, but I think we should be.
Okay, I recall when we closed those things down because of a shooting,
Yeah, Val's had a shooting and Val's never
in
closed
that
that
neighborhood?
Yeah, Val's had a shooting in their parking lot. They kept rolling. They kept it going. Val's never shut their doors. We have a police department here. When I was growing up, you didn't have very few incidents because the police will make their presence known. They'll roll by on occasion. And I think that's something simple to do. We pay the police, I'm sure, pretty good around here to do their job.
Yeah.
So I don't think that is something hard to do. A police ride through the park every now and then.
Somebody got some comments. I'm not sure how to answer some of these questions.
I mean, didn't we have a problem and I understand the thing about the kids, but I thought we had a problem because adults were taking over the park. I thought that's why. I thought that's why.
Well, what actually transpired was we locked that park when we had that major incident that happened. We had a shooting. And what happened was that when we decided to do it, it never said that we were not going to open the park back. It was to make sure that we got a hold of something that had festered into the community. Now, with that being said, I thought about we do a feasibility study and look at it and say, okay, if the citizens that lives around that park are okay with it, then we can go back to looking at it. But it was a lot of citizens that had concerns about it.
It was a few. And I pretty much am familiar with a few that did have concerns. Yeah. There were a few. And, there's something called a utilitarian principle. It's the greatest good for the greatest number of people.
Right.
So when you got 2 or 3 people with a problem that's making a decision for the collective, then to me, that's a little backwards. That park should not be closed or us put in the condition or the state that we're in. Especially, I'm gonna just be straight up, especially on outside of town. I mean, we have to go way over to the west side just to use parks. And again, you got kids getting out in the street. To me, it's a lack of concern. In my mind, it's a lack of concern for the people in the neighborhood.
Well, let me just say this there. So that all of us sitting here, so therefore, I represent that ward. And I'm for leisure for everyone, especially our kids, as you just related to. When it comes to our elderly citizens, they need a chance to have some leisure time as well. So what I'm willing to do is get with them and making sure that we can do a study and look at it and revisit this and try to get to come.
I'm not understanding. I'm not clear on why a study is necessary.
Well, I'm
not understanding why the decision can't be made right to now. Hey, the park has been closed for years, off and on for years. I can't understand why it can't be open tomorrow. I don't get that at all. It doesn't make sense.
I wasn't aware of all the facts, and I don't generally make a decision on the spur without hearing exactly why we made the decision whenever we made it. I think it was based on community input. Right. We didn't just arbitrarily come in here one night and say, let's close this. We did it because there was community request to do it. Right. Now,
well, most of these
wait just a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't interrupt you. Don't interrupt me, okay?
It's fair enough.
My point is, we just need to have some more information to make a decision that's reasonable and responsive to all the needs of that community. We hear what you say. No one argues with the points that you made, but it seems like in the past, we've heard other voices make opposite statements that they need some security. They're worried about safety. They live there. They have a right to make those statements, Mayor. And so I would suggest here it is, November. Let's get something. We have a park committee, don't we? Who is chairman of that? Danny, I think, yeah. Look into it and give us at our next meeting, which is a couple of weeks or whenever it is, some information about this so that we can make a educated decision that's not just all of a sudden decide to make a decision. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I want to hear some information.
I'm with you there. I don't have no problem.
Right, and we also, I thought we were asked the alderman to elect somebody or to
We did.
somebody from their ward to
Right.
serve on
Yeah.
those park boards to do what Daryl's talking about.
And since you said that, Brian, there's mother once served until Mrs. Hall one time had a little illness come about. She was our person. And now Bruce,
Person, but.
Yes, we have a
y'all
meeting
had to
Wednesday.
Made the decision before I get there. So
well,
I got off of it.
right, I understand, but I was,
Everybody in the community wants me to make decisions and stuff, when everything has already been decided before I get there.
yes, ma'am. But what I got now is I got Bruce Davis, who's the person over my ward. So Bruce is. But
Okay.
to answer your question, but I'm willing to, look into it and see what we can do to come to
Have
a
a-
conclusion. Yeah.
Get us information.
5:30.
Jared, myself.
Have one.
On the committee.
Okay.
Okay.
Danny, Jason is saying they have a park commission board meeting 5:30 Wednesday.
Wednesday is a park
Yeah.
commission board
meeting, just Wednesday.
I think we're meeting.
What else is on that committee? man?
I ain't got a clue.
Gary and.
Maybe so. It's Gary and Zena. That's fine with me.
Did you hear the time down there?
I think
I didn't hear what Jason said.
We had a park committee meeting.
It's about
Tomorrow?
Wednesday, 5:30.
It's in the park commission office.
okay, y'all could bring back something the 21st. It's when we meet again.
Back and look at it and see what we get it
That's
out.
my suggestion.
Yeah.
Good, and we're talking over each other, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but talking about this board, it's an advisory board, and the city has multiple advisory boards, and it's traditional to have an alderman or alderperson on the boards, as long as you don't have so many aldermen on there that would be a quorum. So the mayor can also designate that, it's purely advisory, and they come back to the city with their report.
We want to hear from.
Yeah, and Zena, Danny and Gary on that with his committee. Okay, we will, they'll meet Wednesday and we'll come back with something on the 21st.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thanks, Darren. Thank you, Darren.
Maybe.
Okay?
Okay.
Is, or Mr. Dork, is Mr. Dork here? Yes.
Let's start.
Yes, Doc, okay. Sorry about that.
I'm not Jamia, but I would like to provide some information for your perusal to document the efforts of the all classes reunion, in which it was stated that the unfortunate incident that happened on October 13th was stemmed from an all classes East Side reunion, which was not the truth. And here's the proof and you all know at this table, along with the police chief, that we had nothing on the low end of Cleveland. But when there's Black unity, there's fear.
Mayor, now, if you don't mind, may I stand over here? I don't want to put my back to anybody because
Do whatever
everybody
you,
matters.
you have it.
So if I could stand over here and address everybody. Right there. All right, thank you. Proudly we held thee as the years go by. We'll always love you, hero East Side. To our mayor, our board, and our Cleveland Police Department, we, the alumni of East Side High and All Classes Reunion Committee, thank you for the opportunity to address our heartfelt concerns. I am Dr. Jamia Doc, a proud graduate of the class of 1993. To provide clarity, we would like to express the purpose of our annual All Classes Reunion. The east side of town has lost a lot over the years. Our school, to which we have no objections due to it being a federal mandate. We love Cleveland Central and we fully support it. The east side of town suffers from suffocated hope due to fighting to overcome years of inequity and discrimination. However, the one thing that has reignited joy is our dear reunion. Thousands travel to attend it, and and all are committed to keeping its legacy alive. This year, 51 classes participated in the reunion. 51 classes participated in the reunion. Classes from the early 60s to the class of 2017. Eastside High School alumni enjoyed 2 successful days of joyous celebrations. Eastside High School was more than a building. It instilled values in us that cannot be explained, but shown in our commitment to never quit and be beacons of hope to all we encounter. We are the building that cannot be destroyed. We are not seeking permission to love our school or celebrate it. We are not seeking permission to love our school or celebrate it. We are not seeking permission to love our school or celebrate it. We are seeking the same protection and safety that are written in the oaths that each of you have taken. The same promises that are in every campaign speech. We brought the city a large amount of revenue. And until we were falsely accused, you had also earned a large amount of respect. During our reunion this year, the police chief issued a report. He reported that the tragedy that occurred on Christmas was linked to Eastside's homecoming reunion events. The statement has truly caused an unnecessary divide. The chief issued a statement that connected us to a tragedy that had nothing to do with our reunion. Prayers to the bereaved families. The statement was issued before any investigation had taken place. If an adequate investigation had taken place, the chief would have read our event permits that were issued by the city. He would have found that none of our events were linked to that location. We would have truly appreciated that the truth would have been sought before smearing our event. Our events are simply rooted in our heritage and saturated in love. Our event should be welcomed by the city. A flyer was found and it was black and gold, so that was all the proof needed to attempt to put a black cloud over our reunion. A flyer, not the truth, just the flyer. Many powerhouses from our alumni would love to move back home, but this type of discrimination is a huge deterrent. You don't have to love Eastside, but you are obligated to serve and protect all sides. All right. Tonight, we ask that you make sure the chief disconnects the Eastside High reunion from the tragedy that occurred. We ask that the correction be printed publicly, just like the false accusation. Our events were just as successful as the Oktoberfest that he boldly bragged about. To our mayor, board, and chief, we are not against you. Please don't be against us. It is time we come together. Yes, the conversations will be difficult, but well worth it. There are great people on all sides. Let's make Cleveland beautiful. Together we stand, divided we will fall. Thank you for your time.
So aren't you all going to ask us some questions? Ask Dr. Dodd.
I was fixing to make a comment.
Go ahead, Mary. You're in charge.
I do have a question. Was there more than one event that night?
There was only one event that night.
Okay, why
We
did
only had one event. Please check those records. On Friday, we had a black and gold. All right. It was at the Cleveland Expo. On Saturday, we had all Eastside, all classes reunion at the Eastside Park. And it ended at 7 o'clock. I don't even know, we don't know who the fifth quarter is. The flyer had a Trojan head, but it did not have all classes reunion. Mr. Mayor, you know, Mr. Police Chief, you know. You all know full well. The permits stated, the insurance that we paid, you all understood that. To smear our name and our efforts, when we bring money into this city, every hotel was filled, but nobody gave us credit. It wasn't filled because of Oktoberfest. The money that we spent, You all didn't even give us blockades. We went and found our own blockades. Mhm.
Where we at?
That's how much you are. Let me see here. You all appreciated us. You wouldn't even give us a blockade. We saw one police officer. The entire time, but sir, we policed ourselves.
Okay.
We policed ourselves.
You made an elegant talk. Congratulations. You really did good. And I was started to say, that I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I didn't know about, that would have been easy to have blockades there, that kind of thing. And I just sorry this has happened, and I hope we can overcome it because.
Mr. Mayor, we're not really concentrating on the blockade because we are self-sufficient. The thing that hurt us most is how hard we worked.
Yes.
We brought 5,000 people to this city.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have one incident at the events that we hosted that were tied to the permits that we worked hard to make sure we followed all of the legalities. We followed every legality, everything that was handed out to us. You said, get permits. You said, get insurance. You said, make sure this. We even tried, I went to school to be an educator. I am not a traffic controller. I am not a police officer. But I'm trusting in the city that I pay taxes in to protect and serve. We're not asking for you to wear black and gold ever. We're just asking that all sides receive everything that you promised in your campaign speeches. I think that we gave ample time, even though the chief put that out there and it connected us. What if the families would have retaliated against the reunion committee? What if that would have happened? Because you put in the police report that it was connected to our events. And that is not fair. I got it, Arlene. That is not fair. That is not fair. That is not fair. And I think that's just not fair. And I'm not asking for anything but what is right by law. You had ample time to correct it. Now, we wrote the Bolivar Bullet. The Bolivar Bullet said, hey, we took it that whatever the chief posted was correct. So that's why we printed it. We went to the news. They said, we just used what the chief posted. That's why it aired all over the news. And so everybody's thinking in their mind, Cleveland, the East Side alumni caused the tragedy. And we did not.
No, ma'am.
And so we worked a year to make sure it would be run smoothly, and it was.
Mm-hmm.
We're not asking for anything but an apology and a correction, a public correction.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it was not tied to us.
We will do that. Gary, I will do that. Gary. If we might, Gary.
I agree with you 100%. Everything you just said is perfectly clear and
Very elegant.
true. I really think it was just a point of confusion because of this thing right here. And I know y'all didn't do it.
But why not investigate it? Why not care enough to say, because kids make flyers all the time.
That's right.
There are some flyers out that said they were having Oktoberfest sales and they weren't even connected to the Oktoberfest. So I cannot eradicate darkness. If I could, I would. We have people on all sides of town that their moral clocks are broken. We don't know who the fifth quarter is, but being that our name is not the fifth quarter, being that we had a permit that said all classes, East Side reunion, at some point, I'm trusting the investigative skills to do that.
Would you give us an opportunity to?
Do you want the city to make a statement?
Yeah, the city would be happy to.
And I make that motion.
I think a public statement is in order.
I make a motion.
That's something that issue to try to.
That's second.
That's what we're saying. As the city, we're making, attorney is.
I just make the motion that we issue a statement, public statement, to correct the error and to cleanse the record of these fine people who have worked so hard.
Yes.
I remember going to football games over there and watching ththose guys play that all ended up in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Side Charleston.
And we tremendous activities. So I make that motion.
And I second that.
And I third it.
Amen.
And and when we host it again, you're invited to come get some of the best food you've ever had in your life.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Best food you've ever had in your life.
Assure you, we can build this bridge back and we're certainly.
Can do it.
We need to because we need each other.
We're proud
about it.
We're proud of it. The proud schools, proud alumni, and proud teachers. We know that.
We're not against you.
Nobody believes that.
Okay.
Okay.
Cleveland's a great place. If we,
Thank
Lord have mercy.
What?
I said, Lord have mercy, Miss Percy.
Okay.
I mean, the one that.
What do we have there? We got.
Public hearings. Clear out.
Hey, how you doing? Hey. 5:30.
We're talking.
Got to work done.
Love y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Well,
Don't worry about it.
Dr. Dot.
I mean,
I mean, it's on there.
it's on there. That's the reason I asked her, was there more than
We didn't
one?
have it until this Oktoberfest, I guess.
I knew that. Okay, Mayor, we do need to discuss Wednesday. I might have a problem with Wednesday.
Okay, well, you don't have to be there. If they come up with something, I think if we just decide we're gonna open it and then
Back here.
they can open it. I don't think it
And I don't,
happens.
we closed it because we would ask for it.
Yeah.
Same thing for Lalo,
Yeah, you had all kind of, but.
I realize. All right.
Okay, here we go with, we're gonna get started with public, hearings.
Y'all gonna need to shut the door now. I gotta read this out loud. It's important notice. Bunch of legalese, but it's important now. The state statute makes us do it right. Beginning with your public hearings under section 21-1911 of the Mississippi Code, 631 North Bayou Avenue, Melanie A. No progress, 206 Washington Street, Margaret, Samuel, Minnie, and Oliver Block, no progress, 502 North Bayou, David Rojas, some progress, 504 North Bayou Avenue, Joe Watford, no progress. I'm getting to the rest of my list. Hold on. Next page. 705 Cross Street, Ruthie E. Young, care of Lucille Williams, no progress. 602 South Bayou Avenue, Greenbacks LLC, no progress. 309 Fayette Davis Avenue, Carla D. Neely, some progress. That's your complete list. Is there anybody here to comment or request an extension?
Make a motion.
Robert made the motion.
Second.
Danny second, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Engineering, Josh. Josh is in the house.
Hide in the corner. I'll be short and sweet. We have a quote to do some control modifications at the treatment plant. Gonna take our spray field and add some new programming to make it operate kind of like a standard irrigation system at a house or something. So make it a little easier to run, a little easier for that amount of water we have. And that for approval. The North Street Drainage Project, we are completed. We're working on punch lists. I want to pull off the change order for tonight. I'm going to resubmit that at your next meeting.
I remember.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, great. And then the only other thing I have is a right-of-way utility easement from Delta Electric to install a new electrical, I guess it's the primary, but put a new electrical pole by the new hangar at the airport. It's under construction.
Need a motion second on that?
make a motion for approval.
Ted made the motion. Brian second, all in favor, say aye.
I have a question though.
Okay.
That area over there by Jack's, I know I saw some pavement. Are they gonna smooth that out over there? it still has some unevenness.
On the Andrews?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, they are. It's on the punch list.
It's on the punch list.
Do we know when?
I hope this week. They were
I
up
saw 'em
today
working
doing some grading and some stuff, so I hope
Don't work.
any day now. They gotta get asphalt whenever they're paving, anyways, they're working out with another paving contractor when they're working in town to get the asphalt, to fix the scars and pavement.
And you have
This upgrade, Hunter, this upgrade is going to utilize a SCADA system. Are you still pleased with it we put in?
Sorry.
Okay, that's all I want to thank you.
Thank you, John.
Okay, thank you, Josh.
Thank you, John.
All right, Danny, back to you.
Hey, you have a consent agenda before you. Need a motion and second to approve.
Second.
Gary, Brian, all in favor, say aye. Okay, any opposed?
Item 2 under attorney approval of the fiscal year 2024 general obligation bond resolution. It's in your packet.
Motion to approve.
Gary, Brian, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay.
So that's all I have. We've got an executive session that has a personnel matter and it also has litigation. And I wanted to give you about a 1-minute follow-up to what Jamie and I discussed with you at the last meeting. We can do that executive sessions if you go ahead and include litigation as your basis too.
Okay. Billy Trotter.
Sir, I got, 3 items. I need permission to advertise for off tomorrow. A special exception to sell collective firearms in the B2H historic district, 128 North Shore, and it advertised for 30 days.
Did we not address that back in May?
You did, and the way it's written, it's by special exception, which means it comes to you for final approval. So he's following the process and it'll be to you.
Okay.
We don't need a motion at this.
Well, you need a motion to advertise.
Make a motion to advertise.
Gary, Danny, all in favor, say aye. And both, okay.
Kevin Cox with RCI Radio submitted for a special exception to the new ordinance for the billboard sign at his location. It's an existing sign. He just wanted to utilize it to rent out to anyone. So we need to advertise for that as well.
The planning commission approved it.
That's correct.
Yeah, we're just gonna make a motion to advertise.
Robert made a motion, Ted second, all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
Hang on.
Clarification.
Advertise, right? This is just special
You
exception.
have to advertise.
This is to advertise.
I have a question.
Okay.
Where is the location for that? I guess I,
Next to, it's your,
It's the existing sign in front of Kevin's place.
911 South Davis Avenue.
where his radio station is.
Who was the motion and second on that one?
Robert, Ted, all in favor, say aye. Oh, Kevin,
Just to clarify, and I apologize right there. So it does have to be advertised.
Yes.
Yes.
30 days.
then we will have a final hearing. Next,
Come back Thursday.
Yeah, you do.
We'd love to see you.
we're gonna put you on the oath then.
Save your seat.
okay. Yes, you got
I
Billy.
have is Mr. David Johnson with Lamar Signs. He needs to advertise for a variance and a special exception for a billboard to go with 61 North.
All,
Smart.
all,
Who we advertise for that.
Everything.
excuse me, Kurt.
Second.
Zena, all in favor, say aye. Thank y'all. We're excited about those.
Thank y'all.
Y'all need photos or anything?
I think we've already seen them.
If you could,
Yeah, we've seen.
maybe,
You just pass one down for me.
Yeah.
we've heard.
We're excited about having y'all come.
We can-
Don't bring us to the 21st century.
Thank y'all.
You headed back to Jackson?
I am.
All right.
So y'all are gonna advertise this and we'll have to come back in 30 days.
We could do it where you appeared by Zoom if you'd like to.
I really like coming up here.
Okay,
Then come
all right.
back. Then we want you to come back.
I
Okay,
really like coming up here.
all right, well, look forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very
My
much.
pleasure. Thank you.
I'll start back.
I've been trying to figure out about this. I'm glad they were here. So
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, yes, I need an approval for the lower and best bid for a new Ford F-150.
Okay, Robert. Ted, all in favor, say aye.
That's all I have. That's all I have. Anything?
Question, Mr. Trotter, who's working very hard and diligent. Okay, Anna Sledge,
How are y'all?
we good?
You have my report. I don't have anything except for that I would love to see all of y'all at the museum for the 50 Nights of Lights lighting. We have been working really hard. I hope it'll be fun.
Thank you. I see some of the lights on tonight. They're checking the lights, so
I
we've
see.
got a huge event coming up, and I know it's gonna
Yes.
be well received.
When is the
Yes, sir.
official?
Thank y'all.
It's
Saturday.
Saturday night, it's happening. Will be the lighting.
Based on a program, Mayor, through the chamber, their website is, and plus 50nightslight.com has a all the schedules of everything.
Yeah, they're doing an outstanding
I mean-
job of communication and marketing.
Go there and you can find everything.
Right.
Sign was good.
Okay, thank you. Dudley?
Oh, y'all have my update. Y'all have any questions? Also need the approval of lowest and best bids for the Dodge Durangos.
It's a budget item.
Yeah, just a question. So you're buying the Durangos from one supplier and the upfit kit from a different, is that right?
That is correct.
So move.
Second.
Ted made motion, carry second. All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay.
One for all three.
Also,
Yeah, there's three different
Yeah.
motions, so you can do, I mean, he's got the patrol upfit package, and then he's also got a request for lowest and best bid for the control door access
Also moved.
at the police station.
Kirk made the motion. Danny second. All in favor, say aye. Okay, thank you. Greg?
the only thing I have, October was Fire Prevention Month, and very successful. Over 1,000 kids we spoke to, gave materials to, and we one of the best parts of keeping fires down in our community, the help that we have from the community. And I've been able to do that. The kids are very receptive and very smart.
Yeah. They do a great, y'all do a great job with that.
Thank you.
All right.
Some great pictures of him and the other firefighters interacting with the children. I'm gonna try to share those on social media because
Good.
Please do that.
it's really fun.
Yeah, he was at our center over there, Head Start Center, and the children were very, very excited.
Oh, yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
It'll be great to share those pictures.
Yes, ma'am.
They really.
Okay, Hunter,
Y'all have some updates.
questions of Hunter?
I don't know, I noticed we started on that situation out there on Cross Street at 61. And we want to say, appreciate that we got started on.
We got it fixed.
Okay, thank you.
Steve-O?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon.
I don't have anything outside my report unless y'all have something for me.
Steve-O, thanks for all the hard work in the last couple of weeks on the 50 Nights of Lights. It's taking place really good.
Yes, yeah, he really.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
You got Jamie Green.
Oh, Jamie,
I was asking about Mr. Mayor.
I'm sorry. I thought,
No.
That's
I
okay.
skipped you, Jamie. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Y'all got my report unless y'all have any questions.
Questions of Jamie,
Okay.
Animal Shelter?
Thank you.
No cats, no nothing.
Okay. All right, Clint?
Mayor, I don't have anything to add other than, we finally got started on the new hangar out there, and right now things are going extremely well.
Real
Good.
excited.
Good. Jason?
The Pearson's gonna get to come a lot.
Okay.
I don't really have anything outside of my report, except I need approval for the lowest and best bid, for Fireman's Park fence replacement. And the bear pen automated gate project.
We're on the west side, right?
Automated gate would be on the west side.
Yeah. I make a motion, we accept both bids.
Danny, all in favor, say aye. Opposed?
When did your, can I have a question?
Sure.
When did your basketball,
Basketball season will start Monday,
how many children had signed up?
100 and
Good. Is that a
160.
good number for you?
it is, we actually are up this year, I think, since 2018, this was the highest number we've
Good.
already total your kids.
And they play what?
1,100 kids sign up for the league.
And what's your age?
It goes anywhere from 5 to, I think we went up to 15 this year.
Girls and boys.
Right.
That's a good number.
It's one of the best things to do is go watch that.
Entertaining, isn't it?
It is
We
fun.
talked about need to be posted. I mean, now that the time is much back,
How the times went back, I mean, what time do y'all recommend?
that's what we need to talk
Oh,
about.
y'all need to talk about it.
Yeah, y'all talk in your meeting Wednesday and come back with something, whether we not gonna make a.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Jason, before you leave, would you visit with Ms. Zena? Gary and myself today, just let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Michelle?
I don't have anything for approval, but I do want to keep y'all informed. You will notice on the consent agenda, there was approval for the Veterans Day holiday from the governor's proclamation for that holiday. There was not approval
for governor's proclamation for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, which is normally done at this meeting. He has not issued that proclamation yet due to the election. I did reach out, and that office said that that proclamation will not be issued until sometime after the election, which hopefully it will be issued prior to our second meeting. I don't know.
Question, can we go ahead? I don't think it would be an appropriate.
Conditional approval.
Yeah.
Let's just do a conditional approval of the Thursday and Friday. And then I don't know about Christmas.
Yeah.
We can't.
Christmas on.
So y'all can't approve the holidays without a governor's
All right.
proclamation.
Okay, we can do it the next, week on the 21st.
We're gonna do.
Yes, sir.
We can't approve it, assuming he's going to.
You
make
can
it
approve the conditional.
Conditional.
Yeah, that's what Kurt was saying. That's what Kurt was saying.
That's what my motion is.
Okay.
So we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we.
All right, but now, Christmas is on a Monday, a Sunday, or
So that's what I was getting to. That's what I was getting to.
I
When
thought you
reached-
were.
Yes, sir. When I reached out, his staff that I reached out to said that the tentative holiday, obviously for Thanksgiving is what it's always been, is Friday. For Christmas is going to be the day after, as opposed to what it's been in the past is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day, a Sunday.
Christmas Day is Monday,
so it'd be
so
Monday.
it's going to be Monday and Tuesday.
I'll include that in the motion.
Tentatively is
What about Veterans Day?
Veterans Day is Friday because Veterans Day is on Saturday this year.
Okay.
So the governor's proclamation was for Friday. So that was in the.
How about New Year's?
New Year's. All right, so New Year's is tentatively, it's just for New Year's Day.
Let's just include it all.
We've already got on our calendar that we recognize New Year's Eve. Y'all did that quite some time
I think
in our stand.
I'll include that in my motion.
You gonna recognize Sunday? Second, if I was.
Okay,
Well,
Mayor, that's my motion.
I got you.
It'll have to be New Year's Day this year.
Yeah.
All right.
It's on a Monday.
Yeah.
Right, it'll be New Year's Day
Yeah, it's just New Year's Day.
this year. 'Cause I didn't even look at the calendar.
You can have Sunday off.
And Danny second,
That's so kind.
all in favor, say aye. Okay.
One question for the clerk. When will your final budget for 22-23 be finalized?
We are working on during the month of October, we have to accrue the final.
That's fine. Probably by the end of December,
Payments.
you'll have it.
No, sir, it'll be this month. It'll be in November.
Maybe the
So
September meeting, you can put that out.
second meeting in November.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Mhm. We have expenditures through October.
Yeah.
So until all of those are accrued this month and back to that fiscal year.
Thank you, Mayor. That's all I have.
Okay, Heather,
The first thing I need is the employee action recommendations approval. Unless you guys have any questions.
Go hire these people.
Move.
Gary made the motion.
Second.
Brian second, all in favor, say aye.
The second thing you'll see is a revision of our city drug and alcohol policy. I have inserted in that highlighted area on page 3 to cover us for the new Mississippi Medical Cannabis Act. And Danny has reviewed that and it is ready for you.
Yeah, it's just straight out of what MML said to do.
Okay. We probably need to,
I think we just need to, my motion is that we just peruse this and then take it on the next
the
meeting.
21st,
Yes.
okay.
Because I didn't see it earlier. And I do want to read it.
She wants to go over it.
That'd be fine.
They'll bring it up on the 21st.
Bring it up on the 21st.
That'd be fine.
That's-
That's all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Robert?
Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm good to go, Mayor.
I'm great.
I have a salary issue I'd like to discuss in the executive session.
Okay.
I just want to make a comment. I know we've got a lot of things going on this weekend with Elsa State's homecoming and obviously 50 Nights of Lights. I want to thank Public Works for all the work that they've done. And of course, the police department. I know they'll be monitoring that area. They put in a lot of work. I won't forget the chamber either. So just appreciate all the hard work they've done for this weekend.
Yeah, it's been a lot. In our department head meeting this morning, I told the public works people, I'm sorry, veterans.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Like it is, because they're gonna be working on lights that day. But that's the one good thing about our employees here, that it's not a time clock. It's 24/7, 365. And I take a great deal of pride with all our employees here. That's all I've got. Danny,
I just want to be said to the mayor and the staff at City Hall, thank you. They working hard.
What do you have, Mayor?
Executive session.
Mayor, I move we consider an executive session for employee issue, litigation update, and a salary issue.
It's a wage, just.
Wage.
Yeah.
Wage.
Second that motion, Mayor.
Kurt, Danny, all in favor, say aye.
For the same reasons, I move we in executive session.
Danny, all in favor, say aye. Thank y'all.